Obstacles exist in life. Sometimes you can predict them and other times you cannot. But it is important to remember your goals and why you want to have a healthy and fit body. Change takes action. You work hard to achieve success when it comes to raising your family, succeeding in your career, and maintaining successful and loving relationships. So why should losing weight and taking care of yourself not be an obstacle at times? There are many excuses you've probably used in the past. Excuses like, I don't have time to cook, I don't like to sweat, the rest of my family would never eat that, or the ever popular, I'll start Monday. Well, here you're on your way to looking and feeling great, yet obstacles still exist. That just means you're human. But you should be proud of the changes you've made over the past few weeks and know that if you plan accordingly, even those unexpected obstacles can turn into opportunities. One of the keys to success in almost any endeavor is consistency. One of the greatest obstacles to staying consistent is losing motivation. Perhaps once you have started an exercise routine, you can discover yourself getting quickly bored from the same routine over and over again. Keeping exercise appealing and keeping your fitness and healthy goals in mind are crucial for long-term success. Nevertheless, lots of people who start a fitness routine feel compelled to adhere to the identical routine day after day after day and consequently fall off the exercise wagon on account of sheer boredom. The same goes with food. People eat the same thing day in and day out and never try different recipes, like the ones located on TLSslim.com or other reliable sources. As much as they may love a healthy egg white omelet with spinach, mushrooms, and tomatoes, if you ate that omelet every day for breakfast, you will be so sick of that you couldn't even look at another egg. You would do everything you can to avoid those omelets that you once loved but are now repulsed by. Instead, you have learned to change it up a bit. So it's important to stay consistent and eat breakfast, but you do not need to eat the same thing day after day. After all, people eat omelets and pancakes for dinner. So why can't you eat chicken and broccoli for breakfast? What can you do to avoid this? First, evaluate your journal to see if your food and fitness routine are not changing and determine what's causing the boredom. Once this is determined, you have a few choices. Eliminate it. Stop eating the same foods. Once a week, spend some time planning out what you want to eat. This entails searching for recipes and going to the market to purchase the ingredients. Quit running or walking on the treadmill if it's so boring these days. There are countless other forms of cardio you can do other than a treadmill. Change it. Add a new food into your diet or a new exercise to your routine weekly to change it up. Try at least one new recipe a week that you have never tried before. Add different spices to your foods and pair foods that you never would think of that taste well together. The next time you go to the grocery store, try a food you have not tried yet. Keep in mind, healthier foods are typically around a store's perimeter. Try to avoid the aisles as much as possible. These contain most processed, refined, boxed foods that typically have more additives and less nutritional value. Try speeding up the treadmill for 60 seconds and then slow it back down. Also try different levels of incline on your exercise machine to stimulate a different workout. If possible, go outside and walk or run around your neighborhood or nearby park. If your strength training routine is becoming boring, create a new one that challenges you. This is where you may want to invest in a personal trainer to help you get started. Remember, even the top athletes in the world have trainers. This is what helps them perform so well. Do it anyway. Maybe you just need to accept that you don't love cooking or working out, but realize that it's good for your health and work through it anyway. It's always important to not get caught thinking you're bored when you're really just challenged by the task. You can make a delicious meal that takes 30 minutes from start to finish, and it can be used for days as leftovers. You can change up exercise by changing the scenery or going with a friend. Multitasking is also a way to avoid boredom. Keep your mind busy while you're exercising. You may enjoy resistance training more while listening to music or the stationary bike while watching your favorite television program or reading a book. Try workouts which combine different forms of exercise, all within the same realm, such as jumping rope for 1 minute after every set of strength training you do. This provides a 2-for-1 cardio strength training workout. Having a workout buddy is also a great way to reduce boredom in the gym. This way, when one of you may not feel as motivated, the other person can help pick you up. Just make sure it doesn't become more of a social event than an actual workout. Also, if a family member, coworker, or friend is following TLS along with you, you can each cook a meal and share it once a week. This eliminates you having to cook for at least one day. Another tip to keep you motivated is to get yourself a new fitness accessory, like a pedometer or heart rate monitor, or even a new pair of sneakers. This way you can challenge yourself with how many steps you take and also check to see if you're in your target heart rate zone to meet your goals. For your kitchen, purchase a new blender to make smoothies or a new pan or dishware to use. Here are some additional ideas for getting out of the food rut. Try slight alterations to your old standbys. Use spinach or field greens instead of romaine lettuce. Put different chopped vegetables into your omelet or scrambled eggs. When the season is right, take a trip to your local farmer's market and pick up some fresh, local foods. You might be surprised at the amount of flavors they have. Try using different spices and herbs. If you're not sure what goes well with what, look in a few healthy cookbooks or just try experimenting a bit. You might find a certain spice or herb you really like. You can also take a cooking class to learn more about food and spice pairing. Don't forget to check out the recipes listed on TLSslim.com. There are literally hundreds of healthy recipes at your fingertips. Keep in mind the main purpose of food, fuel that provides us energy to operate and function. The better the fuel, the better we function. Understanding this and using these simple tips will make boredom less likely to occur. Considering that variety is the spice of life, don't be afraid to try new things to keep your routine interesting and fresh and keep you on your toes. You might discover things you never knew you liked. So what about the weekend obstacles? You've been eating right and have completed your exercise routine, and the weight, inches, and body fat have finally started to melt off and you're seeing results. Then the weekend hits. Maybe there was a family celebration or a last-minute party invite and you overindulged. Now you're feeling guilty and frustrated. It's okay. You've just proven once again that you're human. You can get right back on track, and the scale may simply not reflect your indiscretion. Losing weight and sticking with a healthy lifestyle calls for hard work and discipline. It's not uncommon for people to slip up from time to time, but you don't need to beat yourself up and think all your efforts have been wasted. Instead of throwing in the towel or slipping into the "oh well, now I've blown it, why keep at it" mentality, consider taking these steps to overcome the setback you have faced. Own your error. Admit to yourself that skipping routine exercise or binge eating was not in your best interest. While an occasional blooper is not uncommon, you want to get yourself in the right mindset to avoid making bad habits your habits. Reflect back to your journal. Look at why you fell off track and what triggered it. Even when you have occasional mishaps, you must still journal. Were you hungry and didn't eat before the event? Was everyone else eating the foods and you felt left out? Perhaps you were craving sweets. Did you forget your supplements that day? Maybe you were just too busy and forgot to eat, or too busy to get your workout in. It could be that friends dropped by with your favorite takeout food, or you had an unexpected company come to town. Whatever the case, try to recognize the trigger so you can avoid it in the future. Talk to your coach about possible triggers so that they can help you come up with alternative behaviors that can help you down the road. Fail-proof your environment. Whatever your trouble spot is, you need to have some strategies in place in order to overcome these prominent weaknesses, because there will be situations, and identify those things that could and should be the focus of your weight management efforts. This may mean eating dinner or having a TLS on-the-go nutrition shake before you go to a party or event. Make sure that you choose a restaurant that has a variety of choices, and when you do get there, be assertive and confident enough to let the waitstaff know that you want your food prepared a certain way, like dressing on the side, no sauce, baked instead of fried. Perhaps you need to order first if you're at a restaurant with a group of people. You may have every intention on ordering healthy, but if the rest of the group orders unhealthy, you may be unconsciously persuaded to do the same. Maybe you will have to drive a different routine to work, so you're not tempted to visit your favorite bakery. If you have a strategy in place, there is no reason for you to backslide when something arises, as you know it will. Remember, you are in control. Choose the right influences. This means you may have to do a social audit. The reactions of those close to you, such as your significant other, friends, relatives, colleagues, and acquaintances, may range from enthusiastic support to mild jealousy to outright sabotage. Efforts to sabotage you may be voiced as concerns or attempts to make you feel guilty or uncomfortable. Sometimes these attempts are unconscious, and sometimes they're not. You may hear things like, "I'm worried about you. You're losing too much weight. Funny no one was worried when you were a walking heart attack." Let's go out for a few drinks. Do you want some of this? Come on, what do you mean you don't want seconds? I made it especially for you. It won't hurt you just this once. I think you're just doing this to get attention from other people. You can skip it just this once. Come on, we'll have fun. You've gotten so boring since you started this health kick. I call these people friendly enemies, and you need to be prepared. Virtually everyone I know who has lost a significant amount of weight has had someone in their life attempt to sabotage his or her efforts in some way. Make sure that you sit down with those close to you, the ones who you care for most, and let them know what this means to you for you to accomplish this, and you expect their support. Also, let them know that if they love you in the way that they say they do, then they are going to support and cheer you on and do what's going to make you happy. Those who are close to you may need reassurance that your relationship with them will not be negatively affected. Their fear is that you may leave them behind figuratively and literally. This is a real and common problem. Make them feel included in the process and reassure them that achieving this is good for your relationship. You need to associate yourself with those who support and encourage your lifestyle, like people at the gym, your TLS coach and/or TLS community support group, and those who edify and encourage you to be better. If you can't change the people around you, then change the people around you. Forgive yourself. Nobody is perfect. Not you, not me, not your coach. Slipping up is perfectly human. The mistake is not the problem. It's the steps you take following it that matters. Don't get discouraged if you have a bad day or if you think you're not getting results fast enough. Many people I know use setbacks as a reason why to let themselves off the hook consciously and unconsciously. You will experience setbacks or detours. Everyone does. The best way to look at setbacks is to see them as challenges and a natural part of progress. Challenges add meaning to your life and represent opportunities for you to grow. If you overcome your setbacks and reach your goals despite them, you have shown true strength, character, discipline, and determination. Your ultimate sense of accomplishment will be that much greater. What about plateaus? If you've ever tried to lose fat for a sustained period of time, you may have experienced a plateau. Plateaus are frustrating because you are following your TLS program, but suddenly the fat no longer disappears. The plateauing effect has to be the biggest motivational killer there is, leaving you stressed, defeated, and ready to give up. Well, don't give up. First, find out if you have really hit a plateau, or are you being impatient with your results? The signs of a true plateau are that for 4 consecutive weeks, you are not showing any weight loss, no inches lost, and no body fat lost. Remember, weight loss is not our main focus. We want to be focused on inches and body fat. TLS Weight Loss Solution is about fat loss and not weight loss. So if you have actually hit a plateau, what do you do about it? Here are 5 easy questions and suggestions that should help you break through a plateau and start losing fat again. 1. Journaling. Are you journaling? Are you paying attention to what you're eating? When you start seeing some results and people start to compliment you, you start saying to yourself, you know, I am looking so much better, and then it begins. You start to get a little less careless in your lifestyle efforts of journaling. Continuing to write down foods in the daily journal is crucial. Do this for at least 4 to 5 months until it becomes a habit and you have reached your goal. 2. Supplements. Are you using the TLS supplements that were recommended for you on a regular basis? This is another area when we start to slack because we are on the run and we forget to take them, or we ran out and didn't reorder. The TLS supplements are designed to support you and your weight loss goals. They help combat the effects of carbohydrates and stress and help maintain healthy blood sugar levels and to utilize fat as energy. If you have been on a series of different diets in your lifetime, your body can use that help. You do not have to use the TLS supplements forever, but I do suggest that you use them until you reach the results that you're looking to achieve, and from there, move into a maintenance program using them occasionally. 3. Exercise. Are you exercising? If you're not exercising, that could be the very reason why you are hitting a plateau. Muscle is your greatest ally in breaking a plateau and boosting your metabolism. Without exercise, you cannot rebuild muscle. Remember, muscle is metabolically active, meaning it burns calories. To get started on an exercise program, first check with your health provider. Once you have the go-ahead, you may want to find a personal trainer to help you get started, or take charge yourself and make your own exercise routine by using TLSslim.com. The fitness assessment will help determine what level of ability you should be working at. You can either follow a pre-designed routine or create your own. If you are exercising, it may be time to kick it up a notch. It may be time for you to try higher intervals or intensity, 30 to 60 seconds of a speed like a sprinter. If you are used to level 2 or 3 on the cardio machine, ramp it up to 4 or 5 for a minute. Bring it back down, catch your breath, and repeat. Try intensity. If you're accustomed to a level 5 incline on your treadmill, go to level 10 for 5 minutes, then bring it back down and repeat. And remember, you have to make sure that you are strength training as well. Many people train with weights too light to produce the metabolic boost you need. Don't be afraid of heavier weights. They should be heavy enough that you can only do between 8 to 12 reps. Don't worry, you will not get bulky. Before you start a new exercise routine, make sure that you have received the okay from your healthcare provider. 4. Detox. Why do a detox? A vegetable and fruit detox is recommended 2 to 4 times a year. The added fiber is always helpful, and the massive amount of nutrients and phytochemicals is like spring cleaning for your metabolism. Some people have food sensitivities that can cause weight gain and bloat. And the frustrating thing is that most of us don't always know which foods are the culprits. So play the odds. Highest on the list of usual suspects are grains, wheat in particular, dairy, and sugar. You can find these simple steps to a 7-day cleanse right in your TLS Weight Loss Solution Guide or by re-watching the detox video on tlsslim.com. 5. Take inventory. There are other things besides food and exercise that could be stalling your results, such as stress, medication, or lack of sleep. Take a look at what else is going on in your life that might need attention. Review your goals and why you originally wanted to lose the weight and what it's going to take to make it to the finish line. Sometimes when you get back to your original why in your life, problems in other areas just naturally take care of themselves. Remember, a plateau is not staying the same weight for several weeks. If you continue to lose inches and body fat, you have not hit a plateau. Don't be married to the number on the scale, as this can cause frustration. The signs of a true plateau are 4 consecutive weeks having the scale not showing any weight loss, no inches lost, and no body fat loss. Don't be impatient. For some people, it has taken a good period of time, maybe even years, to gain the weight, and you cannot expect dramatic weight loss results in just a few weeks. It just doesn't work that way. Losing weight the right way, through improving your eating habits, strengthening your body, and gradually boosting your metabolism, takes time. TLS is not a diet, it's a way of life. So enjoy the journey and live the lifestyle.